Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find this really quick. There it is. Let's see who's on here. Huh, no one's chatted yet. Anyway, welcome for those that don't come to my channel normally. And so I'm working on that stop motion video, as you guys know. Some of you do, some of you don't. Rio Blast. And in the stop motion video, I started writing the script, and the script opens up in the throne room with Queen Marlena and King Randor. Let me check my volume, make sure it's working. The script. Oh, yeah, it's working. And so I thought, man, what am I going to do? So I started looking at pieces of the cartoon and thought, okay, I could take and make those thrones. And I thought, that's going to be an awful lot of work. So I put a link in the description to somebody else that made them. And I thought, this is great. I'll just use theirs. Now, it's very rare I ever use somebody else's models. So I can't make this for anybody because I don't have the rights to make more. But I put a link so you guys could buy your own models. This is just part of the sculpt. Here's the stairs for it too. Ooh, and then it has a platform and it has a thing in the back and it's really cool. But all of a sudden I realized Queen Marlena, she can't sit. No. So I tried to heat the dress up and all kinds of other stuff, trying to figure out how to make her sit. And I then thought, okay, I could take and redesign a seated version of her so she can sit in the throne. And then I started thinking, if I was to take and cut right here really close all the way around, I could take and add a cloth down below. So I went to my wife and I said, hey, I need some cloth. And so my wife went to the store and she found me some cloth, this color here and this color here. And she said, these are the closest colors they have to that green. And so you hold this one up and it's too blue. And this one's like too olivey green. So neither one of them match. And I was like, man. So I took this olive, or not this. Hey, Deluxe Lorraine, thanks for joining us. Hey, Gregory, thanks for being here. Happy Sunday. So I took this color right here and I added some green ink to it and came up with this. This was actually this color, and then the green made it this color, which now matches a whole heck of a lot closer. So I took and I very carefully cut around that part of her, took a sanding Dremel tool and sanded all around inside there. And then I went and made a little skirt dress so she can sit down in the throne. Now, I have not actually tested the height of this yet to see if it's the right height. I did make it 11 times larger than the original sculpt. I measured for her. Oh, that looks pretty good. That will do nicely. Look at that. And then, of course, this goes in the back. I'll have to take and glue that on. Let me just bend her knees a little more. I guess as far as her knees bend. There we go. So much cooler. Now I have a special variation sitting version of her. And then after I got this all done and I was pleased with what I did, I realized that King Randor can't sit either. No! And in this opening scene, they're supposed to be talking to Rio Blast to deputize him into being a sheriff. And it's like, he's got to sit in his throne. I want him just standing next to it. So I decided to look at the other Randor version we have. Here we go. And at least with him, I could bend his legs, but then the cape is in the way. Well, the guy that made this, he made a special piece. Where did I stick it? I think it's behind the throne here. Here it is. Which this piece right here is made to slide in this area here. I haven't broke out the supports yet. And it leaves a little gap. And then the headpiece then goes on the back. And it's a gap large enough to fit the cape for the origins. Well, his cape is so long, even if I was to make him sit and put him in the throne, the cape would still go past the floor and it still wouldn't work. So back to the drawing board, and I really wanted to use my 2000X version I've been working on for a while. So I went and found some blue felt. Here it is. Pulled the cape off. And just kind of, goes really wide, so you have a big old monster cape. Just took and folded it in. And this is the first time testing him to sit too. I purposely put his legs up here, had it sit this way for like a week to try to get his legs as much seated position as I can. And let's see how he fits into... I gotta get that. Gotta get that past that bend there. There we go. And let's see how he sits and fits in his throne. And there it is. Dun, da, da. Pretty cool. You can have his scepter in his hand. The Rue of... Did I call him King Grayskull? If I did, I'm sorry. King Randor. Pretty cool. And then, of course, once I put the other piece on there, this will go on the back behind his cape. I may have to cut that cape down some more before I complete it. So, I'm pretty excited. I got some... my wife's out looking for purple paint for the thrones. I was going to print it in purple plastic, but I just didn't like how that looked, so I decided to go with... So, there you go. Decided to go with gray and just paint it. I'm also going to resin coat the front so it looks a lot smoother for the video. So that will be cool. So, all right. I got my king and my queen to sit on their thrones, and the thrones are about the right height. So if you decide to buy this particular sculpt for classics, make it 11 times the size of what he made the model to work. For origins, it's 10 times the size. So if you're going to make them for these for origins, 10 times. We definitely need a Marlena in Origins. That would be cool. Hey, thanks, Derek. I appreciate it. So this, like I said, for the opening scene, I had to have them sitting in their thrones. Where is... Oh, I can't reach them. Real blessed. There we go. As I'm still working on the storyline for this. Like I said, I'm in the middle of writing the script now for it, to get it all ready, but it's going to be cool. I was talking to my wife about how to release it too, and I decided to make them little webisodes, so it won't just be one cartoon. It will be webisodes that will be released periodically. Of course, they'll all be stop motion, so it's going to take a while to make them, but they will be cool. The first scene, like I said, will be the opening in the throne room, which parts are still printing. Here, I'll take you into the... Let's go into the factory and let's check out. Let me unplug my power cord. Let my microphone die. And let's go ahead and walk into where they're printing now. And you can see these are the platforms for where the thrones sit on. I got one side printing on this one and one side printing on that one, so I can try to hurry and get them done as quick as possible. So there it is. It's pretty warm in here. It's 77 degrees because these things kick off so much heat, the whole room just heats up drastically. Anyway, so there they are printing the left and right side, side A, side B. Cool, cool. Let's head back to the room. So I'm hoping that this thing is well worth it when I'm done making all these parts for the different webisodes that I'll have. They'll be cool once they're all done because it will be the whole story a real blast according to Hebrew. All right. And that's it, I think. Hey, Matthew, thanks for joining us. And again, don't ask me to make the thrones. I don't have the rights to produce them. I only have the right to produce them for myself. So, but I did put the link in the description so you guys could get the models yourself. I think that is it. No more questions, no more messages. All right. If you enjoyed this episode, please do share it, like it, send it to your friends. The best way this channel gets promoted is by actually sharing the content. So please share it around. I remember the first time I got mass amounts of hits, it was because Mike Fee shared my content, and it was awesome. And it's like, great. So if you guys can do that, share it to places if you like seeing these thrones and how it kind of made the guys sit in there. Do share it so other people can see it. And The guy does great work. He makes all kinds of cool objects too. So check out his I think it's called I don't know what it's called. Colts, I think is the name of the site. But check it out. There's all kinds of cool stuff there. All right, good journey, you guys. Until next time, bye now.